whatever all day, so it's never going to stop. And why it's not going to stop is that little parasite who sat at the side of her, poking her with that stick every time she wants to leave things. But like I've just said this morning, now it's not Poisoned Eyeballs' cult, it's the other one, the little parasite at the side of her. She's taken over and Poison Eyeballs can't see it. She's a proper mug, and they are sitting absolutely taking the piss out of her 100%, because she'll be knocked off soon, and it'll be the little parasites cult. Yes, exactly.
I agree with you.
It's not going to stop because a certain person will not allow it to. And a little child, a little girl, a little mean girl at that.
100%.
I think you also have to reflect on Sunday as well, Forever Soulmate. So on Sunday, obviously, when Angie was number one, it was all peaches and cream. She weren't saying shit about anyone. Everyone was the best thing in sliced bread. Her app wasn't going to be about hate no more. It was all love, and she weren't going to talk about anyone. And then fast forward 2 hours later, when she's number two, all fucking hell broke loose. Everyone's a cunt. We're all getting exposures done on us. Monday's going to be the worst week ever. Everyone's going to get brought down. And then she goes back to number one, and it's peaches and creams. It's all about manipulation. She's just manipulating the viewers. That's the way I look at it anyway. And obviously people have tried. I'd love to be able to sit here and say we'll all have a truce. But, I mean, we're probably on number 35 now, being perfectly honest with you. And we're not going to go to number 36 because it's not really this side that you need to have the conversation with. I think it's the other side.
I've been over there. I've spoken to them. They told me to come over here.
I
think they actually want to see if there can be a truce. I don't think any of you really want this to continue.
She gets
no one knows how to solve it.
That's where I have to disagree with on that sort of Forever Soulmate. Without this sort of drama, she has no content.
No views.
She has no content. There's nothing there because she says that she does debate, but her debates are always controversial. It's always about subjects of things like war, race, Tommy Robinson and all this. Why not about things that really matter, like cost of living and stuff like this, or autism awareness live and stuff? It won't be nothing like that, you see, because she doesn't care, because that probably won't bring the viewers that she wants into there.
Let me just put things into perspective for you.
Can I just say, I do spy, and I know that they can record run too, whatever you call it. But can I just say, yes, I have got a little sneaky account where I do go and watch, because I do like to hear what's said about us. Because between me, Alex, MT, Miss Red, and Jay, we are the topic of conversation, and I do like to hear what's said about us. But so I was watching when she was playing games. At one point, I think she had 98 people in. So if she hasn't got drama in, nobody gives a flying fuck. They're not interested in a little parasite next to her, basically.
Forever Soulmates, how long have you been watching both?
To be honest with you, I have a very busy life, so I don't watch all of it all the time. What I see is pretty negative, so I normally turn off, I'm being honest.
Yeah, so really, I like respectfully coming over and saying, why can't you drop it? Alex,
I'm not saying why can't you
many
drop
times
it. I'm saying
it.
that we're setting an example as creators to younger generation, and it's the younger generation that are seeing our example as adults and learning from us. And if we can't deal with things as adults like Pearl did with Timothy, then it's going to continuously set a example that will carry on through other generations. We need to learn how to deal with these things.
Can I be honest? If somebody called your child a name, whichever name it was, would you be prepared to let it drop and stop and keep going at your family, keep going at your grandchildren, calling me names for having my beautiful grandchildren in my home, what a granny does? Would you let it drop?
I'll make it really clear. Children should never be brought into any argument, and I would never condone that ever.
So
and
that's when the
totally understand when children are concerned.
And children's never hanging off the end of her tongue. There's not a life goes past when somebody's child or some child is mentioned. So she doesn't stop. She's got an infatuation about children. And in my opinion, like, that's her niche. She loves to know everything about everybody's kids. She's got a problem. She's a wrong...
They shouldn't even be mentioned. Full stop.
Exactly.
I will never condone that with anybody. Children are innocent.
So that's
if
why
they have a problem with you, the problem should be kept at that and not nowhere near.
How old are you? Sorry, Forever Soulmate, if you don't mind me asking.
What's that?
How old again?
I don't want to say, but I'm an adult. I've got 5 children. My oldest one is 23.
Right, so there you go. So you've got children, and if somebody was saying horrible things which could absolutely demolish the businesses that they've built up over the years, reputable businesses, I don't know if I've said that the right word, where they very much trusted in people's homes and whatever they do, and somebody was saying one comment that could absolutely ruin the lot of them, what would you do?
No, I this is what I said. When it comes to children, I can't condone anything that's said there. And if it comes to business and money loss, I don't condone that either.
But
And that's being honest.
this
Like,
is
no
why
one should be bringing
it's
any
never
children.
going to stop, because she doesn't stop on about people's children. She's got no life. She lives in a little 8x8 room. The only company she's got in the world is 27 bottles of wine, a pissy pair of bloomers, and a mammy that she can hear outside the locked door every now and again. That's her life.
Well, I just want to jump in, yeah, because she also has vulnerable people on her platform, but she also has vulnerable people on her platform, and she also mocks them. Her comments mock them, and she mocks them by smiling and laughing and agreeing with everything on her platform, and I find that really disgusting. Now, as for myself, to sit and to watch somebody that seems to think that they can talk about children but don't have children is completely irrelevant and crazy to me. This woman has always got children on her mind, and to me, it's really odd behaviour.
To be fair, this is
So,
absolutely
Speak to you in a bit.
personality.
Bye, everybody. Bye, bye.
Bye.
Can I, two things.
Sorry, Memty, go on.
It's all right, don't worry, Pearl. Two things I just want to put into perspective for you, if that's okay, Forever Soulmate. So first thing is, the one good thing that I can say that's actually come out of this week, yeah? So the one good thing that I can actually say has come out of this week for everyone to see is the fact that we watch on a daily basis where Angie uses her platform and says that she gets all these viewers, 3.5k viewers, 2k viewers, and that's how popular she is. When in hindsight, looking at her viewers all this week, I probably think she's had no more than, 280, 290? Do you know what I mean? So that's just the first thing that puts things into perspective. The second thing that puts things into perspective is, you know, what I think I'm looking forward to is on Monday morning, come Monday morning, when I can sit there and say, look, all you people who've supported her have condoned this behaviour, basically. Because come Monday, when this Risings is finished and she turns back into the person who she was last week, and everyone sits there and goes, oh, well, that didn't last long, did it? But no, you all supported her through this week. Do you know what I mean? You all pushed her through this week and said that her behaviour is acceptable. So come Monday, when she starts shouting shit all over the app, no one who's sitting with her can then turn around and say to anyone, oh, well, you caused this. You caused this. Well, no, we didn't. You caused it by condoning her behaviour, by supporting her. So...
another thing as well, has anybody noticed how much Angie's had to change to do these Risings, whereas Alex is still on the same level?
Exactly.
Whereas Angie has had to be, oh, thank you. Oh, I absolutely love everybody. Whereas that's not Angie whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly.
She's had to change completely to get anywhere on these Risings. Honestly, because outside looking in, like I've just been having a little watch, and yeah, she is. When I say she's a good actress, but she's shit. Trying to act nice.
I've never known her to be so nice. I come on yesterday saying, can she not just start being a cunt again? Because I don't like her.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it's strange, isn't it?
She done it last time. She went for the Rising. She weren't drinking, but she lasted till Tuesday.
Knocking me sick.
She was wanting to come off, though, wasn't it? Like, she was wanting to come off. She wants to. The only thing that's stopping her from coming off is you, Alex. That's the only thing that's
Oh,
stopping.
of course. And that's a fact, because I think everyone can see that. Like, everyone was saying to me, she ain't going to last a week. I'm going to tell you now. I told everyone she will, because she's resilient. The woman's resilient. She could go to Mars today and survive.
Alex, look at that comment off Jay there. I've never thought about it till she's just said, can I just ask why Eternity and Frankie never doesn't show their faces? Exactly. There you go.
The woman's a walking contradiction. She really is a walking contradiction.
Does Charlie ever show his face?
He has a couple of times. I gotta keep it 100%.
Oh, well, I've never seen him. I've just seen the photos of him.
Yeah, I wish he wouldn't, but he did. He has.
Some people
when
don't
he
want
was
to be
doing the
shown
Rising
on
Tale.
social media.
I'm
I
going to drop
personally
now
don't want it
because I've said
anymore.
what I
So
need to say. So I'll speak to you all later. Take care.
See you,
Take care,
bye.
love.
Thank you,
Bye.
Kirsty.
You're welcome.
Alex, would you go over and
Too many
speak to
people
them?
on this app.
I'd love to say that you've been the first person to come over here and have this conversation with Forever Soulmates, but we're probably like 4 to 5 people deep, being honest with you.
Yeah, yesterday, yeah.
I was muting a minute, Pearl, because obviously it's a private conversation between you and your customers.
Yeah, the change that Angie has had to make to get anywhere on these risings, Alex, is absolutely mental. And I mean, mental. She's acting it. You can clearly see that she's acting it. But you haven't had to change whatsoever. So it speaks
I've
volumes.
kept it real all the time.
I know you have, lad. Listen, the reasons being is because you don't generally need to change. Your platform is nice and calm, nice and cool. And like you said before, which I was glad that you pointed out in the comments here, Alex doesn't have any, like, even the other day when there was loads kicking off and he turned around and said, if anyone's disrespectful in the comments, you're getting blocked. Do you know what I mean? Whereas hers isn't like that. Like, I've jumped up over that vegan because that vegan has said the most awful stuff about all of us,
Yep.
me included. Do you know what I mean? And it's
You had to support that's been affected by her behaviour on your platform.
What is
Like,
that
how many people have
noise?
you had to support on your platform because of her behaviour?
Hey, mute your mic, please.
I just dropped it just in case the kids have accidentally requested a box or something, because I could hear loads of children then.
Like, that's the reality. Like, and I know that you don't necessarily want your platform to be a support network for people that have been affected by Angie. Like, you don't want to receive support just because of that. But the reality is, from what I've seen, Alex has had so many people come to his platform because they've been affected by her personally.
Forever Soulmate. Listen, I'm a mum of 5 myself. I've got a lad the age of 24 that could easily see this, and I've got Angie in front of 5,000 people telling everybody that I'm a part of a peddler group.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not on. You can't do stuff like that and think that you can just get away with it. Do you know what I mean? And it's just shit. It's shit on all levels. I mean, Pearl had her grandchildren at her house, and she called her pretty much the same. It's not
See, that
on.
kind of behaviour is completely unacceptable.
It is.
But when I was speaking to them, they were saying similar things were said on their end the other way, and it's so hard.
All I'm going to say is
There's always a reaction to people's actions.
I know, but the thing is, there's fuel on both ends, but there's also a lot of people like that are not even in it that are also like spewing more
I
wood on
get
the fire,
that.
and that
I get
it
that,
makes it
but if
really
you-
difficult because
No, and I completely understand that. But if you think of it, then so if you think it's difficult for you, then imagine how difficult it is for all us being in the firing line. If you're just sitting there and watching it, imagine how difficult it is for all us.
I can
For
totally.
all us as just creators to come onto
watch
an
my
app to get
comments.
absolutely slandered.
If you ever go in my live, watch my comments and what's being said, and you go over there and watch their comments.
I've also noticed when people, as creators, I've named it over in the other live, I notice when people delete comments that are negative against the other side. I'm very observant as a person, and I think that kind of behaviour is the best way forward, because allowing other people to keep adding fuel to this fire is just going to keep burning, and it's going to get worse and worse.
I know, but it's not just about the comments, because sometimes there's vile things said in the boxes and they don't kick them out, they don't shut it down, they sit and they laugh at them and they mock them.
I think that would be the way forward on both sides. If everybody blocked people when they come into the comments and they say anything negative.
You're wasting your breath. It ain't never going to happen. We've tried several times. The minute the live's finished, she'd sparked a live up and it's just kicked off. And why pander to her needs? Who is she? An old pissy pants. Who is she? Like, she's just somebody who runs about trying to, you know that, what you call that, is it Richard, what you call that Manson man? What's his first name?
Charles Manson.
Charles Manson. She's the female version. Well, I'm saying that like with a bit of thing, but she's some version of him. And that's what she's trying to do. But it's the little parasite at the side that's going to kick it off big style and make it happen. I'm
And the
putting you
thing
on mute. Sorry, another customer. I can listen.
The thing is with Alex's comments, you'll notice as well, the only time that people speak about Angie and Alex's comments is when something is being said that is hurtful or will affect somebody else. Like you'll notice it. People will come over and say, Alex, she said such and such about you now. She said this about you now. And I know realistically you don't want that all the time. But if it was me in Alex's situation, I'd want to know if something was being said about me. I'd want to know to have the point to be able to defend myself.
No, the bit I'm talking about is when they speak negatively, I watch them get blocked. As in, like, I watch the comment disappear. I do see that.
Thank you, Gemini.
And I think that's so important because...
Are you talking about this live or her live?
I'm talking about this live.
Yeah, good.
I think
They
what
don't
you
get
also
blocked over there.
I've just watched it. I've watched it about 9 times while I've been sitting here.
what you
Like,
also need to
I've
be
seen it. I've seen it on
prepared
Pearl's
for
live as well. I have seen it on their side while I was in the box. I saw them get rid of some of the comments that was wrong. But it needs to be done more on both sides because by blocking out all of that kind of negativity, it does stop a lot of, you know.
Can I give you the heads up as well? I know you said that obviously it's uncomfortable viewing for you and probably what you've seen over
Oh
the
no,
past
that
couple of
doesn't. It
days
doesn't
is
bother me in that
unreasonable.
respect. Do you know what it is?
What?
It's kids
No.
could watch it.
If you just allow me to finish, what I'm going to say to you is be prepared over the next 3 days. This app is probably going to be the worst app that you've ever been on because the accusations that are going to fly is going to be unreal, but it's definitely not going to be from this side. So if you find it uncomfortable viewing, I suggest that you really don't watch them.
No, the thing is, it's the children. And I'm not talking about the young children because they shouldn't even be on the app, but I'm talking about the young adolescents that are watching this and looking at adults behaving in a way that isn't appropriate, i.e. when it comes to bringing in family members, calling each other paedophiles, all that kind of stuff. All of those accusations thrown back and forth, it's just completely inappropriate, man.
Hi everyone. I usually sit in the background, but I just popped up to say, Alex, well done. You're doing really, really well. She just physically disgusts me. Really, really does.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Zara.
I'm going to drop back down now, but keep up a good work. You're doing fantastic.
Oh, thank you, Zara. I appreciate that.
Morning, Alex.
Morning,
You're doing
Snagger.
amazing. Didn't speak to you yesterday, but you're doing incredible. Firstly, sorry if you hear snoring, it's my dogs. And secondly, Forever Soul, I've been listening to you for the last like 20-ish minutes. Well, listening to this for the last 20-ish minutes. And you say about we need to stop this for the children hearing it. My view on this is...
It's not just children, it's young adults.
But generally, I mean...
Yeah.
Young adults, to be fair, they're probably worse than this anyway, let's be honest. My view on it is, though, constantly Alex, and this was something I've said before, so Alex knows what I'm about to say, constantly Alex is told, you need to stop talking about it, you need to do this, why don't you be a man, why don't you do this, why don't you do this, stop talking about her, stop talking about her. Alex's lives often aren't even about her unless she kicks off and somebody comes often in the box and says blah blah blah, and then it kind of goes. Alex has often conversations that are very, very good. Now, when we say that Angie has debates on stuff she knows nothing about, nothing. Whereas Alex would have a conversation and he would do a hell of a lot of research on it, so then he can add input that is real. It's not a ridiculous statement. And she sat there yesterday shouting at Pearl, you mock disabilities, yet the statements that she has made, you can't shout at someone and go, you do this, yet you have done the same, if not worse. In my eyes, Pearl didn't actually mock disabilities. I didn't even know Linz was disabled. Personally, I was actually having to go at somebody in the comments about this because it turned out that day Linz had spoken about her disability, but I had no idea. And actually, I saw a picture of Linz the other day, not her profile picture. I actually went on her profile, and I still don't think you can tell that anything else. So I think that this is being played massively because this was all about... because this was all about how it's about attacking Alex, yes, but also the group of friends that Alex has made. She wants to attack all of them because she's done something individually to everybody. So exactly like Chelsea said, Alex probably doesn't want this to be a kind of a wrongdoing group of what Angie's done to all of us. But Alex actually is a massive support to a lot of people that Angie has done wrong to. And I think this is the thing, is it's all well and good them going, well, why don't you go and tell the other side? The reason why she says that is because she's now going to be watching this. And this then lets her have another go at Alex, at his comments, saying that Alex should be doing this, Alex should be doing this. And that's the saddest part about it. And I think as much as you can, I mean, I know you said you've seen some of it, but sometimes I think you might even need to just watch her side when something goes off.
No, I have. I actually was in Pearl's live when she apologised for what she did, and I really admired the way she dealt with that.
Yeah,
and then
yet
I
still
saw
that's going on
Andy's
still
side,
now.
and I saw what was happening there. But I do, for me, I just feel like it's gonna continue until it gets to a breaking point. And where
But
is
then
that
why
breaking
should you
point
have
going
to
be?
shut up? So, do you know my view on things generally in this? When people always say you need to do this, my view on this is, why do I need to? And I'm talking about me because I don't know how anybody else feels. But if she has wronged me, why do I need to shut up about it? Why?
Can I answer that question? What was just said there about I apologised. I did apologise and apologised sincerely. In fact, I cried over it all day.
I remember it was heartbreaking.
I genuinely did not know she had a disability, but then they were absolutely laughing at us over crying, taking the piss out of us, saying that they weren't accepting the apology. Listen, that was their choice not to accept it, but it should have been left. It didn't. They struck a whole live up about it. Then they're doing debates on people mocking disabilities. You got people in the box with disabilities and mocked them to the hills, bullied them to the hills, and basically took the piss out of them. And that's why I took that apology back to her, not to anybody else who I offended, which I genuinely did not mean to do, because it was just a comment aimed at her that I was going to crack a jaw. That's what it was.
Sorry,
my personal opinion of that, Pearl, is
just quickly.
I
Everybody's
genuinely
going
could
on
see
about
that
the
you were being
snoring.
genuine. It was a genuine apology and everything else, and a genuine
Sorry,
mistake.
it's
all right.
sorry,
Now, keep your head up,
guys.
bye.
It's my dogs. I'm really, really sorry. They're really loud. I'm really sorry. I'll mute why I'm not talking. Sorry. Everybody thinks it's you, Alex. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what it is? I fell asleep last night on live, unfortunately.
Did you?
Yeah.
I wasn't in your live yesterday really at all, so I didn't.
We was
see
having
anything.
we was having
Sorry.
a chilled one last night. We had the music on, and people was putting the candle emojis up, and that. We was having a good
ASMR.
Next thing you know, I'm asleep.
I keep seeing the comments, and I'm trying to reply to all of them, just like, no, it's my dogs, sorry. I didn't want to interrupt anybody. I'm really sorry there. I just needed to make it clear it really wasn't Alex.
I think on Angie's side, there's an element there. This is just my own personal opinion. I could be completely wrong. But I think there's an element there. There's obviously anger and animosity on both sides. But there's also an element there where they actually do want to make up and be friends.
Sorry,
That's on both sides.
No. That's
Definitely
on
not.
your other account.
You don't think so?
Can I just say something, Forever Soul? The thing is, if this happened in real life, would you honestly be friends with them people over there?
I'll be honest with you. If it happened to me in real life and I was in a situation, I wouldn't be speaking to anybody.
No, exactly. So we don't want to speak to them. Before you come in, we wasn't even speaking about them.
Yeah, I apologise for that.
You know what I mean?
That's why I did.
Why should we have to go over there and apologise or say, come on, let's be friends?
I don't think anyone needs to apologise. I think it's gone beyond that. I think it's just a point of just squashing it now.
Yeah, well, that's it. Let's squash. Alex, you've got to go today because there's someone on tonight that's going to bump her up. The next
Right, I
10
was just
days.
about to say, I'm dropping so Alex can
I need
start
information
pushing, 'cause
on
I've just
this,
seen his
Grace.
gifts are off.
Yeah, I'm going to drop
So-
it.
I
now, so
told you last night.
Good luck.
Alex, good luck, and I'll speak to you later.
No, Kat, I was just about to say, we can chat all we like, but we just need to keep pushing because that's
Yeah.
the definitive thing
Yeah,
that's going to
exactly.
solve it. So,
Just forget it. Forget it now. Just get on with the risings and go over to your other account because I said to you last night in the comments that someone's got a nice surprise for her for the next